Hey guys, so I am just coming up, kind of like a little update. So recently I have been dealing with a lot of anxiety. I used to deal with depression a lot, but lately it's more of anxiety of certain recent events that have been happening. Um, and that's these. And I was very like, do I want to make this video or not? But to me, it's kind of like, there might be other people who deal with this too, so might as well share my experience. And I love making videos, and I've actually found that just talking to someone, even though it's just myself, kind of basically, it's very therapeutic and it helps me calm down. So, kind of like what's been going on, I basically was or am going through trying, anyways, um, I have feelings for my best friend, right? Um, I don't know if it's love. I think it's love because I don't know because it's not just liking someone, or I think it is, but I don't know. I've never really liked someone like that before. So kind of just like long story short, I was dealing with this a couple I don't know, a while back, and I had texted him talking to him about it, and we talked about it for a bit, and uh, the only reason why I did that is because I felt if I just kept it bottled up, then it's just gonna make things worse. So I shared it and thinking that maybe it would um, like die, like the feelings would go away. Because usually that's what happens if I have a crush with someone. That if I express it, then like the crush goes away. Uh, so that's what I felt, and I felt like a relief when I told him. I had a relief. I was like, oh, okay, like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because it was like the secret that I didn't tell anybody, but I told him. And so I did that, and it got worse, actually. Um, the feelings got stronger. I guess because of the things that he had said, or I don't know if he there's different things. So then, it kind of, I told him I didn't have feelings for you anymore. Like during that conversation, I was like, you know what? I feel like I don't have feelings for you anymore. That's fine. But I was confused because I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. So I kind of put that together with like, oh, I don't like you anymore, and I just see you as my best friend. I was wrong. So I never told him. Well, I didn't tell him that the feelings came back stronger. I just left it at that. So it's whatever. And then one night, I was really drunk, and I basically confessed everything to him. That, well, not everything, and just the fact that I still had feelings for him. Yeah, that's a better way of explaining it. I confessed that I still had feelings for him. I just don't remember what happened because I blacked out. That's how drunk I was. And fuck. Um, and I had to ask my friend. I was like, "Did I?" And he was like, "You did." I was like, "Fuck." Another friend that was with us, and that was just funny. And then so that happened. So I never talked. We never really talked about it, about that night. I just kind of let that, brush underneath the rug. Then another night, I told him. I think it was like 2 weeks later or like a week later. I told him, "Hey, I kind of remember what happened that night, but I don't really remember. I just want to let you know, like, I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable or anything like that, or to cause you stress. Just don't judge me." And he's like, "No, I don't judge you." It's like, whatever. And that was it. Like, that's how we usually just handle the situation. It's like, oh, it's just whatever. Like, it's fine. And then recently, actually, 2 days ago, um, what kind of threw me off is that he brought it up. Uh, but basically everything, the whole situation, the fact that I have feelings for him, the fact that he may have feelings for me, um, or I don't know, really, I don't know. So we talked about it, and I was drunk. We were drunk that night too. It's like we can't talk about our feelings when we're sober because of our anxiety. towards it, and it's just like ugh. But like when we're drunk, it's like it's totally fine. But it's like we don't remember everything. So I have basically fishbowl memory of it, kind of. But actually, it's not even fishbowl. Like I kind of remember most of it exactly, and we kind of just talked and shared our feelings, like in depth of each other, and what we're gonna do, and we kind of just decided, hey, um, we're not gonna talk about it drunk anymore. We'll talk about it sober, and right now we're just gonna leave it at that, and that was fine. Cut it blank. The next day, my anxiety was so bad because I didn't know exactly what was going on. I didn't know how you felt. I didn't know how I felt, and or how he felt. I don't know how he felt, and I don't know how I felt about the situation. What's going on? Did he mean those things? Like were they even true? Were you saying it because you just were drunk? But when I asked him, he's like, no, like I feel this way when I'm sober too. I'm like, well, fuck. Then what we're gonna do? Do we do anything? If we do anything, is it gonna help or is it gonna make things worse? So, and it's just the fact of like I deal with so much anxiety, and so does he, and that it's kind of the pressure, like the pressure of making something happen, or I guess like official, or put a title over things. It freaks us out, and it freaks me out because I've thought about it. It's like, okay, well, what if we did something about it? Then what now? But it's kind of like, well, then I don't know. Like it's just like I feel like it's weird. So I made last night. Because this was 2 nights ago, and then yesterday, my anxiety was through the roof. So I needed to get out of my house. I needed to get out of my house. I was not feeling comfortable. I didn't. I was in my own head, and I knew the appropriate thing was to call him, and just to talk about it. But I didn't want to do that, not just yet. So I called our other friend, and I was like, "Hey," I was just texting him. I was like, "Hey, like, do you want to go out? Let's go drink." And I know like drinking alcohol isn't like the best thing to do, but like it's kind of like it gets me out of the house, and that's sad, but it does. It's it's just because, anyways. Um, so I told myself if I drink, like if I get drunk, it's gonna be like a circle. Like I'm just gonna go here and then we'll go down here and like no. So I just want to have a little drinks just to kind of like take the ease off my chest and just kind of relax. And I did, and it was fun. I had a fun night. Um, and then I ended up calling my friend, the one I have feelings for, um, and we were just talking like like we're friends. Nothing major, nothing anything else. But it sucked because at the back of my mind, I was like, I really want to talk about what happened, but every single time that I was gonna say something, my heart started racing. I do this thing where like I shake a lot, like just my hands or my foot. When that happens, I know like my anxiety is going. Like that's like a sign that it's coming. Like this is like stage one, and there are certain stages. So I didn't do anything, and so we're like, all right, fine. We're going to sleep. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's it. 10 minutes later, no, 5 minutes later, I am like freaking out. I was like, I need to know. The thing that drives me is I overthink and I think about the what ifs or what you meant, or like I need to know everything in order to feel calm. And I feel like I can't talk to him about it because I don't want to cause him stress. But like it sucks. It's like, do I think about myself or do I think about others? Like, do I feel about your feelings first or my feelings first? And the type of person I am, I'm like, oh, it's my feelings. But the fact that like I have feelings for you, it's like I don't want to do that to you, even though like you're my best friend. So that's tough. But um, I call him. I was like, hey, um, we don't have to talk about it right now, but um, we talk about like what happened that night? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, definitely. We can talk about it when we hang out or whatever. He's like, actually, let me just say this right now. It's like, I am sorry about what happened. It was um, totally inappropriate. And I'm like, I get that, but like, you said these things, and I need to understand them, what you meant, for my own sanity. But I didn't tell him that because I was freaking out. It was like, it was causing me so much anxiety, the fact that when we are now talking about it, I couldn't talk. I was basically nervous. Nothing was coming out. I was like, he's like, we'll just talk about it later. I was like, okay, okay. So we hung up the phone. That was it. Uh, my anxiety was going through the roof still. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So lately I've been doing these things on my computer where I'm talking to myself, but this video is actually intent to me to go actually and post. I think about posting these videos, but I don't really want to because my mind changes a lot, and I don't know if I really want to do this. I think I am, but not just 100% for sure. But this one I'm definitely posting, because I really want to share my experience of what's been going on and kind of like an update, and basically like what's been going on in my life. Um, so so I was like, what bothered me is I didn't know what I was gonna say. What would I want out of this conversation that I would have with him? And I was thinking about, it's like, why can't I do this? And it was really because I don't really talk about my feelings. When I talk to my friends about my feelings, it's kind of just being like over dramatic and just having like making it funny because that's like my coping skill. I make things funny, and like I don't really take things seriously. So it's like I actually do want to take this thing seriously, and I really want to understand my feelings, your feelings, what's gonna happen, and how does this affect our relationship, as friends. And I didn't know how to do that. So I just calmed down for like about a minute, and I made a video talking, like basically as if I was talking to him. And my plan was to just send it to him and be like, hey, I sent you this video. Basically, me taking the first step of talking about what I want to talk about, because I know if I were to talk to you in person, nothing would come out. So yeah, um, it wouldn't let me send it because the file was too big. And I was like, well, fuck, let me go ahead and compress the file and all this technical stuff. And I was just like, fuck, like this is taking so long because each video was taking like about like 8, 9 minutes to finish. And it was like basically 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was tired. And so I finally got it to the size that I needed to send. And I fell asleep. And I woke up and I was like, I can't do this now at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, the plan was to have him open it when he wakes up and sees it, and then he can watch it when he wants to watch it. But now it's kind of like I've had sleep. I don't know if I really want to send it over the internet. Well, not over the internet, but like, do I really want to send it to him now? Now that we've both been to sleep, and this is just now like a thing. Like it wasn't part of the plan that I had. Now I feel if I were to randomly send it, it's and right now, my anxiety level is definitely not as high as it usually is, but it still affects my daily life. Like it's affecting me now, so I thought might as well go ahead and make a video so I can kind of feel better. So yeah, uh, but I'm not gonna delete the video. I feel like when I think I'm gonna put it on my phone so that way when we do talk, that I can just play it and be like, hey, like I am shaking right now. I can't talk. Just watch this video that I made for you. And I think that would be the best. I think that would be the best option, because once I get that off, well, I already got it off my chest, but now I know that he knows, I would probably feel a lot better. I'd probably be freaking out while he's watching it, but I would probably feel a lot better being able to talk about it openly. And I think that's a good idea. So yeah, that's basically what's been causing me so much anxiety. And if you're dealing with this, just know that I deal with it like major. I think it's really because I don't talk about my feelings, and I don't have these type of feelings towards anybody, and I've never have. I've never liked someone longer than like, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe a month. I've never been in a relationship. I've never fell for someone. Yeah, I've had crushes, but crushes usually last for about a week and a half, and I'm done. I'm like, ugh. And it was just like, it's just because like we connect so well, and and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Um, but I also have to remember that like, he's dealing with it too. Like, but he's dealing it with a different way. And for me, I can't bottle it up anymore. I have bottled it up for the past 6 months, maybe a year or longer. Because I've always been attracted to him ever since I met him, but like the feelings didn't like fully develop stronger until I really got to know him and we got closer. And it's just weird. And one of the big problems of it is like it, it's like the type of person I am and the type of person he is. It like on the outside, it doesn't match. But I like that. But anyway, that's another video. But yeah, I just wanted to talk. I feel good. This is a really long video. If you watched this, cool. If you didn't, that's fine. But yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. My How I've been dealing with my major anxiety. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.